everyone. Today we are going to continue with the ninth lesson of EVS subject, and the ninth lesson is animals and their young ones. So in the first part of this lesson we discussed that animals give birth to their young ones in two ways. The first way is direct birth is given to the young ones, and the second way is giving of eggs, and after the hatching of the eggs the young ones come out from the eggs. So we learned about the animals that give direct birth to their young ones. They feed their milk to their young ones, and also they take care of their young ones. Also we discussed about the birds. The birds, they give eggs, and then the eggs are given warmth, which is called as incubation, and after the incubation period hatching of eggs takes place, that is the young ones of the birds come out from the eggs. Today we are going to discuss about the frogs and their method of giving birth to their young ones. So students, frogs are the animals which live in water as well as on the land, and these frogs, they give a cluster of eggs. Cluster means a group. So the frogs, they give a cluster of eggs, also called as group of eggs, and this cluster or group of eggs is called as spawn. S-P-A-W-N, spawn. So the cluster of eggs that are given by the frogs is called as spawn. After the completion of 3 weeks of these eggs, the baby frogs, which are called as tadpoles, the baby frogs are called as tadpoles, T-A-D-P-O-L-E-S, tadpoles, come out from the eggs. And these tadpoles, they look like tiny fishes, and they breathe through the gills. So the tiny frogs, we can say, or the tadpoles, they just resemble or look like the tiny fishes, and also they breathe through the same method as the fish breathe. But gradually, as the tadpole grows, what happens? This tadpole is also having a tiny tail. Okay, so that is why it just looks like the fish. But gradually, as this tadpole grows, it loses its tail, and then the growth of its legs takes place. And as the growth of the legs takes place, this tadpole is able to come to the land. Until the development of legs does not take place, the tadpole remains in the water itself. But once the legs start developing, it is able to come on the land, and then after that it can live both on the land and in the water as well. So this process, and as I told you, the gradual change that takes place in the tadpole, it loses its tail, then its legs develop, and then what happens? It grows gradually, and then it becomes an adult frog. So students, after a specific period of time, the tadpole develops into an adult frog, and this process by which the tadpole changes into a adult frog, it is called as metamorphosis. Here you can see on the board, metamorphosis. The spelling is M-E-T-A-M-O-R-P-H-O-S-I-S. So if a question is asked, what is metamorphosis? The answer should be the process of change of a tadpole into an adult frog is called as metamorphosis. So now I will show you the life cycle of a frog from your textbook. Here you can see the picture showing life cycle of a frog. So here you can see a large number of eggs in water. The eggs laid by the frog, they are called as spawn, S-P-A-W-N, spawn. After the completion of 3 weeks, the tiny frogs, which are called as tadpole, they come out from the eggs. Here you can see the early tadpole. This is the first stage of the tadpole. Then gradually the tadpole grows, and this is the growing tadpole. Here you can see the tadpole is having a tail. So the tadpole with hind limbs. So the backside legs are called as the hind limbs. Then the tadpole, it loses its tail and gradually the legs develop in the tadpole. Here you can see a young frog crawling from water to land, and finally here you can see the adult frog. So the life cycle of a frog moves on from eggs to early tadpole to growing tadpole, then the tadpole with hind limbs, then the young frog who crawls on the land, and finally the adult frog. Here one more thing I would like to tell you is the parent frog takes care of its young ones, but not for a long time. For a very short time the adult frog takes care of its young ones. Now let us discuss the life cycle of a fish. Fish, it is an aquatic animal. It can live alive only in the water. And the fishes, the adult fishes, they lay thousands of eggs at a time. So as compared to the frogs or any other animal, the reproduction rate is greater in the fishes. But what happens, even though they lay thousands of eggs at a time, all the eggs, they do not change into baby fishes, or all the baby fishes do not survive. It is because the eggs are laid in the water itself, and if the force of the water is greater, then the eggs, what happens, they move with the running water. Also the big fishes, they eat the eggs of the little fishes. That is why even though thousands of eggs are laid by the fishes, all of these eggs do not develop into baby fishes, or all the baby fishes do not develop into adult fishes. So here you can see the eggs are laid by the fish, then from the eggs the baby fishes are developed, and the baby fishes gradually change into adult fish. Also the eggs that are laid by the fish, they do not have a hard cover or a hard shell. They are very much soft, and that is why if any hard object strikes or hits these eggs, the eggs get destroyed and damaged. And that is why even though thousands of eggs are laid, all these eggs, they do not develop into baby fishes, and the baby fishes, all the baby fishes do not develop into adult fishes. The next thing that we are going to discuss is the reptiles. So what are reptiles? Reptiles in Marathi, sarpatnare prani. For example, lizards, then tortoise, snakes. These animals, they can't stand erect. Yes, they just remain on the ground. They move on the ground with greater speed. So students, these reptiles like snakes, lizards, tortoise, these animals also, they lay eggs. These animals, they find a place on the ground, or they make a hole in the ground and they lay their eggs in that hole. But these animals, they do not give warmth to their eggs, but the eggs get the heat from the light of the sun. So once the eggs are laid by the tortoise, by the snake or the lizard, they are not required to sit there and give warmth to the eggs. The natural heat, the natural light of the sun gives warmth to these eggs, and then the young ones, after a specific period of time, the young ones come out from these eggs. And these animals, they do not take a lot of care of their eggs or a lot of care of the young ones. But in mammals, we have seen that they give birth, they feed milk, they also protect their young ones from the dangers. But in the reptiles, it is not the case. Once the eggs are laid, a major responsibility is completed, and then the warmth, that is the heat of the sun, it gets the heat of the sun. Because of the heat of the sun, the eggs, they hatch, the young ones come out, and then finally the young ones come out, and a lot of care is not taken by these reptiles also. Here you can see the fishes, the life cycle of a fish. Thousands of eggs are laid by the fish, then after a specific period, baby fishes come out from these eggs, and then these baby fishes gradually grow into adult fishes. But thousands of eggs, all the 1,000 eggs do not develop into baby fishes. since they are not having a tough shell outer cover for these eggs. Many of the eggs are eaten by the big fishes. Also some of the eggs, they move on with the running water, and so only few eggs develop into baby fishes and only few baby fishes develop into adult fishes. Here we can see the reptiles. Here is a picture showing a baby snake coming out from an egg. So students, as I told you, once the eggs are laid by the reptiles, they do not take a lot of care of the eggs, and that is why many of the eggs, they are eaten by other animals. Okay. Also the reptiles, they do not give warmth to their eggs. They get the heat from the sun, and that is why many a times if proper heat is not given, if the eggs do not get proper quantity of heat, what happens? The eggs, they become damaged, and that is why all the eggs of these animals, they do not develop into baby fishes. Sorry, not baby fishes, baby reptiles, maybe lizards, turtles or snakes. So students, now let us move on to the next point, that is process or the way of reproduction in the insects. Insects means cockroach, grasshopper, housefly, then we have ants, we have butterflies. All these are the insects. So there are some insects who have 3 stages in their life cycle, while there are some insects who have 4 stages in their life cycle. Also these insects, they do not take care of their young ones. So now we will discuss with the life cycle of a cockroach. So cockroaches, we know they are found in our houses. So wherever the place which is having a lot of things around it, okay, maybe in the holes also we find the cockroaches. So the cockroaches, they give cluster of eggs. Cluster, a group of eggs is given by the cockroaches, and the cockroaches, they lay eggs, and after the young ones come out of these eggs, the baby cockroach, we can say, it is called as nymph. N-Y-M-P-H, nymph. So now we will discuss the life cycle of a cockroach. A cockroach has 3 stages in its life cycle. The cluster of eggs laid by the cockroach. So the cockroach lays a cluster of eggs, a group of eggs, and when the baby cockroach comes out of these eggs, it is called as nymph. N-Y-M-P-H. The baby cockroach is called as nymph. And the baby cockroach, it is not well developed. Its wings and its organs are not well developed, and that is why as the baby cockroach grows gradually, the wings, they develop. Also the other organs of the cockroach also develop during its growth process. And then what happens? This cockroach or the baby cockroach, as it is growing, as it is going through the various stages of its life, what happens? It sheds its skin. A lot of times shedding of the skin is done by the cockroach, and this shedding of skin is called as molting. You can see here M-O-U-L-T-I-N-G. Molting is a process in which shedding of old skin is done by the insects. Their entire skin they throw off, they remove off the skin, and a new skin is already developing on their body. So the process by which the old skin is removed or shedded by the insects is called as molting. Okay, then now I will show you the life cycle of the cockroach. Here you can see the life cycle of a cockroach. So what happens? The eggs are laid by the cockroach. These eggs then turn out, or the young ones come out from the eggs, and they are called as nymph. So as I told you, the organs of these nymph are not developed. The wings are also not developed, and so gradual growth of this nymph takes place. And during this period, during its growth from a nymph to an adult cockroach, what happens? Several times, many a times, it changes its skin. It sheds its skin, which is called as molting. So after the process of molting for many times, the nymph gets developed into an adult cockroach. So student, here you can see the life cycle of a cockroach involves 3 stages, that is egg, nymph and a adult cockroach. Students, butterflies and houseflies have 4 stages in their life cycle. Also, the process of birth that takes place in the butterflies and houseflies, it is called as metamorphosis. The life cycle of a butterfly as well as the life cycle of a housefly, it is called as metamorphosis. Also, we did see that the life cycle of a frog is also called as metamorphosis. So students, what does the butterfly do? The butterfly, it lays a cluster of eggs. So butterfly lays cluster of eggs on the upper surface of the leaf. So all the animals, all the insects, they lay eggs or they give birth to the young ones at a place which they feel is safe for their young ones. And so the butterflies feel that the upper part of the leaf is safe for its eggs, and so it lays a cluster of eggs on the upper part of the leaf. And after a specific period of time, the young ones start coming out from the eggs, and the young one of a butterfly is called as a larva. Larva comes out from the eggs that are laid by the butterfly. These larvae are called as the caterpillar. Now I am going to show you the life cycle of a butterfly, how the larva comes out from the butterfly, and then how does the larva, which is also called as the caterpillar, how does it develop, how it gets transformed into a cocoon, and the things I am going to show you through the picture that is given in your textbook. So students, here you can see the life cycle of a butterfly. As I told you, the butterfly, it lays eggs on the upper part of the leaf, and these eggs, you can see, after a specific period of time, the larva comes out from the eggs. These larvae are called as the caterpillar. So the young one which comes out from the egg of a butterfly is called as a caterpillar, and the larva or the young one which comes out of an egg of a housefly is called as maggot. So young ones of both these insects, young one of a butterfly is called as caterpillar, and young one of a housefly is called as maggot. And as I told you, these insects, they do not take care of their young ones. These young ones have to be independent right from their birth. So the caterpillar, what does it do? It eats the leaves and it grows very fast. So after some time, the caterpillar, it stops eating the leaves, and then it forms a covering called as cocoon. So in this picture here, you can see that the larva has started covering itself. So you can see here a white covering which is around its body. This covering is called as cocoon. Okay, around its body, it stops eating the leaves and it starts forming a covering which is called as cocoon around its entire body. At this stage, it is called as a pupa. So the stage at which the larva starts developing or forming a cover around itself, it is called as a pupa stage. Okay, this is called the cover is called as cocoon, but this stage is called as pupa, and this is the resting stage in the life cycle of a butterfly. So during this stage of the life cycle, the butterfly does not move. It remains in one place itself, that is inside the cocoon. So inside the cocoon, the caterpillar changes into a beautiful butterfly. So inside the cocoon itself, various changes take place in the caterpillar, and the caterpillar gets transformed into a beautiful butterfly. The cocoon bursts when butterfly is ready to come out. So once the development of the caterpillar inside this cocoon takes place, what happens? The cocoon bursts. Just like the egg breaks, the cocoon, it breaks, and the butterfly is ready to come out, and once the butterfly comes out from the cocoon, it is ready to fly. It gets converted into an adult butterfly and it starts flying in the open. So this was the life cycle of a butterfly.